What's up, guys? My name is Chris Aponte. You know why you're here. I know why you're here. I'm not gonna mince words. Let's just get down to it. This is the Air Jordan 1 OG SP Travis Scott High Mocha Authentication Guide. Now here's a situation where both of the boxes are exactly the same size, but both shoes are not. This is a 10.5 and this is an 11. I have a running theory that you're gonna find offset box sizes in the fake world versus the real world that could tell you right off the bat. If you're lucky enough, if you have a shop and you have this size of whatever someone's coming in, you just put the two boxes together. If the boxes aren't the same size, whoop, get them out of here. There's not a whole lot of notes on these box labels. I do notice a little bit of ghosting on the printing here for the retail, actually. Mass produced, those things can happen. We would more generally expect to see that kind of thing on a replica. This is just so you know, if you see something like that where the printing looks like it's a little cockeyed, that doesn't mean it's fake. Should be red underside, should be no stamping. And here's one, people like to make fun because it's like really in the weeds, and that's fine, but I like to be thorough, so I'm gonna do it anyway. The underside of the pink paper here, white. I don't see any real evidence of pink, okay? I just see white. There's pink on this side, it's white. I see a lot of pink here on the underside. In my mind, it's a lower stock wax paper, and also the white is not white enough. So that's a decent clue as well. All right, I'm just pushing these together right now. I want to talk a little bit about smell on these, and on a lot of Jordans, but you have to be specific because some Jordan releases on the retail end, they have certain smells. Jordan 6s that have suede on them, they smell like glue when you open the box for whatever reason, and that's on the retail side. For this particular release, when you smell the inside of that shoe, it should in your mind be like a perfumey smell, like a kind of a soapy smell. If you smell chemicals, well, what I mean by chemicals is shoe glue. If you smell shoe glue, or if the smell is neutral, it's fake, unless it's been used, and that's a different story. I'm not smelling used shoes, okay? But on the DS side, it should smell perfumey, okay? And I'm going to prove it to you, okay? So here are the shoes. I'm gonna close my eyes and just kind of like bang them around like this, okay? And I'm gonna smell them and separate them, okay? Here we go. We'll do this for a couple minutes, maybe. You know, I'm already lost. I have no idea what's what. Maybe I'll take it like a big thing like this and just turn it, right? And then like maybe turn it like that, and then like turn it like that. I feel like Stevie Wonder. All right. All right. Now, the smell test. My eyes are closed. Okay, they are closed. Retail. Replica. Retail. Replica. The smell test is real. It's a real thing. All right, now here they are side by side, face to face. A couple of silver spoons. The fake factories have essentially perfected the outsole. I mean, there are very, very tiny, subtle differences, but nothing of note, nothing that you could just point out by looking at it without having something to compare it to. Let's talk about the heel here. Let's look at good old Mr. Cactus Jack here on the back. Damn, I rhyme too. I should call Travis. Be like, hey, let me be on your squad. I want to tell you something that I invented called the dime trick. This is going to scare some of you guys who wear the fakes and think that somebody's going to be walking around with dimes and calling your shit out. I just want to let you know, bullies can't LC. And you know what? If they're going to be bullies, they're going to be bullies anyway, even if you're wearing real ones. So don't worry about it. Just express yourself the way you want to. Don't worry about bullies. Here in America, I can't help you guys in other countries. Here's a dime. When I put this dime over the Cactus Jack, I should just see most of his haircut and nothing else. Okay, if I see anything else, it's not cut from the same die and it's fake. Take a dime, put it right in the bottom of his chin, and all you should see is his haircut. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it up and show you. All right, covers everything else. All I see is hair. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. Put it on the bottom of his chin, and bring it up. It's clear that this side of his face is sticking out. So it's not the right shape. It's too big. It's a rep and it's a wrap. An aspect of the material some people like to call piping is just the edge of the leather. That's it, just the cut edge, right? So on a retail, should be a little rough. It's usually best to see it, yeah, here on the front, because you have that white composite leather that contrasts it. Should be a little bit rough. Now, could be from age. This is 2022 that I'm filming this, and this is a 2018 release, but this was never worn, so I think it's a pretty good clue. And this fake here, very clean cuts. Very clean. See that? There's none of those little, what do you want to call them, lint? Little flecks. There's none of that there. So, there should be. Now the wings, the logo, the lettering on the logo, there should be a decent amount of space between all of the letters. And what I mean is that even though they're close together, it shouldn't look like they're almost gonna touch. And I'll show you what I mean. A-I-R-J-O-R-D-A-N. The closest ones are gonna be that D and that A. Okay, but there's still space in there. You know, I can see the finish of the of that gloss there, so it doesn't look like they're almost going to touch. The D and the A, I cannot see any finish in between there because there's like nothing there, and that D is like in that A's body box. What that really is that the font weight is bigger than it is on retail overall. But you really only notice it on the D and the A because they're almost touching, because they're close to begin with. Doing some more in the weed stuff here. I'm gonna talk about this tongue tag. Comparing them side by side, everything looks good. But if you really study them, you have kind of a cognitive dissonance. Something is off. What is it? I would like to show you the back of the E on Nike. On this Authentic, the back of that E there is a straight line all the way down. It is a smooth, straight line from the top to the bottom, right on the side of that K there. Replica factories don't have the same equipment. They're just trying to do the same things. I think there's a possibility they have cheaper equipment or older equipment that can't make those kind of perfect straight lines. So here's that fake. If you really study it, it's jagged. It's almost spiky. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. If the back of that E is spiky, then it's a rep and it's a wrap. All right, let's talk about the extra laces. Now, like I said, this is a 2018 release. One of the hottest releases of all time. I mean, maybe all time. I think one can argue that. These were, what, $175 retail? They go for like between $1,700 and $2,000, depending on the size. A lot of these are in the very state that I have this retail here. DS. Why? Well, if you know the sneaker market, then you're like, I don't know if I can put $1,600 to $2,000 on my feet. It doesn't seem like a good financial move. You know, you're basically devaluing something. You're basically like earning money. Even though I do this, I don't like to see sneakers as investments. They're shoes, they're just meant to be worn, okay? But because the secondary market is what it is, I can't even bring myself to put these on my feet because I'm just like, damn, that's a lot of money that I'd be burning. So I guess I'm a hypocrite, I don't know. But well, my point is that these have been taken in and out of the shoebox, basically, inspected many, many times. However many owners of this shoe, especially this many years later. The plastic attachment holding 4 bags of laces, because this came with 4 bags of laces, really wasn't meant for all that movement, and it should start showing signs of wear. It should look thinner, it should look kind of wonky, and that's pretty accurate because people have been going duh, 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 you know, with these laces here. So if it looks like perfect like that, well, somebody could have just bought it and never touched it. That's totally true. But after so many years, I would expect it to look a little messed up. But you should have 4 lace bags, 4 different colors, and there should be no red line on the Ziploc bags. And they should be attached to the lateral side of the left shoe in the top lace hole. I'm just gonna bring out the insole on this Authentic just to show you what it looks like. But the fake factories have basically perfected this. There is no discernible difference anymore between these. So it's not even worth like doing a comparison, but I will show you what it should look like. But they even have this glue pattern here, this parallel glue pattern that goes up about 80%. They have that now too, so it's not even worth looking at. One thing that might be worth looking at on this footbed, I haven't seen like 100 pairs of Authentics on the footbed to tell you if this is an absolute or not. This is just an educated guess based on my own experience. It's just a gray foam strobel in there, but there should be evidence of a date code stamp. Some evidence. There is one here. It's a very faded, but it was there. Yeah, maybe you can see it best right there. There's a little bit of it there. And I checked the underside of both of these. There is no evidence of a stamp. And then one other thing I would like to mention, I would not go by the size tags on these. There was 2 different productions of this shoe, and one size tag does not have the QR code. The next line of production does have the QR code. You might get confused if you're looking at a size tag that has a QR code and one that doesn't. You're gonna think this is a sure sign. It's not. All right, now we're gonna do a UV test, just a side-by-side. See what we can see. Here we go. All right, let's do a quick side-by-side here. The cup outsole does turn into a very washed out yellowish color under UV light, and this particular replica just keeps the same color. There's a watermark here on this one. They're not always there though. Oh, well, hey. This you should definitely not see under UV light. These factory stamps here, or whatever kind of stamps, looks like M&Ms. You should definitely not see that. So that's something you cannot see under regular light, only UV light. It's a rep and it's a wrap. All right, so that's it, guys. This was the authentication guide for the Air Jordan 1 OG SP Travis Scott High Mocha. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was quick enough for you. I try to delve into the weeds, but also be fast. If you liked it, click that like button. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I need this monetized because I need money. Because I'm poor. Look, I'm poor. Yeah, and remember, real sneakerheads show love. We're not hateful. We're loving people.